Have you ever felt completely drained after a conversation, even though you were not doing anything physically demanding? Maybe you leave a meeting with a headache, maybe you tune out halfway through dinner, or you feel irritable after a social gathering. If that sounds familiar, you may be experiencing something called listening fatigue. Hi, I'm Cameron Glazier, an audiologist at Hearing Solutions. I'm going to explain exactly what listening fatigue is, why it happens, how hearing contributes to it, and what you can do to reduce it so you can stay energized and engaged throughout your day. Listening fatigue is the mental and physical exhaustion that can happen when you have to work harder than normal to understand speech. When hearing becomes more difficult, even slightly, everyday listening tasks require more effort. Simple conversations, meetings, family dinners, all of these situations can become surprisingly tiring. Many people experience listening fatigue before they even realize they have changes in their hearing. How the brain processes sound. To understand why this happens, it helps to look at how the brain processes sound. When sound enters the ear, tiny sensory cells called hair cells detect pitch and frequency and send the signals to the brain. The brain then interprets those signals into recognizable speech and environmental sounds. Several areas of the brain are involved in this process. The temporal lobe receives and processes the sound. Other regions support speech production and comprehension. When your hearing is working well, the system is efficient. The brain receives clear information and processes it quickly, without much effort. Now, how hearing loss makes you feel tired. When hearing loss is present, even mild hearing loss, some sounds are no longer as clear. Certain speech sounds may be softer or missing altogether. The brain then has to fill in the gaps. It starts by guessing, predicting, and concentrating more intensely to keep up with the conversation. That increased cognitive load requires more energy. Listening can actually raise your heart rate, increase breathing, and elevate stress levels. Over time, that constant effort can leave you feeling mentally drained and physically tired. Common symptoms of listening fatigue include headaches, irritability, difficulty concentrating, low energy, muscle tension, and reduced tolerance for background noise. Noisy environments and group conversations make it even more challenging. Your brain is trying so hard to separate speech from background noise while also filling in missing sounds. That is a lot of work. How to cope with listening fatigue. There are a few strategies that can help reduce listening fatigue in the short term. First, take listening breaks. Step away from noise whenever possible. Even a few minutes of quiet can allow your brain to reset. Second, reduce background noise. Turn down the television when you are not actively watching. Choose quieter spaces for important conversations. Third, use simple relaxation techniques. Deep breathing can help lower stress and improve mental clarity during overwhelming moments. And finally, rest when needed. Short breaks throughout the day can restore energy and improve focus. These strategies can help manage symptoms, but if hearing loss is part of the picture, they may not fully solve the problem. What you can do to address listening fatigue. The most effective way to reduce listening fatigue is to identify and address any underlying hearing loss. A comprehensive hearing test can determine whether hearing changes are contributing to your fatigue. If hearing loss is present, hearing aids can significantly reduce listening effort. They are designed to improve speech clarity, reduce background noise, and adapt automatically to different environments. By improving access to sound, hearing aids reduce the strain on your brain. Many people notice they feel less exhausted at the end of the day once their hearing is properly supported. In some cases, additional assistive technology can provide even more clarity in challenging environments. These tools are called assistive listening devices and are designed to make sounds easier to hear in situations where background noise, distance, or poor acoustics can make listening extremely difficult. Addressing hearing loss early not only reduces listening fatigue, it also supports long-term brain health and maintains strong social connections. So what are your next steps? If you often feel drained after conversations or social events, it may be time to explore whether listening fatigue is affecting you. A hearing test can provide clarity and peace of mind. At Hearing Solutions, we offer comprehensive hearing assessments and provide personalized care across Ontario. Our team is here to help you find solutions that make listening easier and more comfortable. If you have any questions or would like to book a hearing test, we are here to help you to take the next steps towards clear, less exhausting hearing.